are Confessional Magazine, and this is More to the Story, brought to you today by Iris and Bo, whose toner helps keep my laugh lines in check, because you never know what our guests are going to say. Visit irisandbo.com today and use code CONFESSIONAL for 20% off. So much love in this heart of mine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Confessional Magazine, and I am here today with the wonderful celebrity trainer, gym owner, entrepreneur, ordained minister. The guy does it all, and he is Robert Brace. Thank you so much for being here today, Robert.
Thank you for having me on, Taylor. It's good to be here.
Of course. Of course. So, Robert, can you tell me, how did you first get into, the world of fitness?
Well, I'm originally from London, and I was in New York on scholarship to the Alvin Ailey School. And while I was there, I needed to make money to survive. And so I saw an ad in a paper, and it said they needed people to help people with exercise. And so I walked into this gym, didn't really know what personal training was. It was in Soho in New York City. And then began my introduction to personal training. So it started out just as me trying to find money to survive in New York City when I first came here.
Yeah, so what was your scholarship for that you came here on?
It was to dance at the Alvin Ailey American Dance School. So I was here for the summer and to do that. And I just never went back. I got a scholarship then to the ballet school dance show to Harlem. And then my ballet career began, my ballet and modern career began. So I danced around New York City, did some great gigs. I was a soloist at the Metropolitan Opera Ballet. And then it took a long journey back to personal training. But that's how it began. And my background is in dance and movement.
That's amazing. I mean, the two are definitely related.
Sure.
You can't be a dancer if you're not athletic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So with your gym, what made you, go for it, that you were like, I'm gonna, operate my own business now and really turn this into, a whole thing?
It definitely was a gradual progression. What happened for me is I had my dance career, and during my dance career, and yes, I have a gym, but we're really focused on helping people make practical connections between the mind, body, and soul, defining what they are clearly and helping people live a life where all of those things are being addressed and taken care of, right? And so for me, I had my dance career, and while I was dancing, I got involved in a performing arts ministry. I was just trying to, I was always on a spiritual quest, and here were these great performers in New York City, and they had this spiritual side to them. So I got involved, I started volunteering, and I started seeing people's lives change. And for me, I'd always wanted to do something. I'd always wanted to do something that had a real impact on people's lives. And I started to see this impact happen. And so it was not in the plan. I had a great dance gig at the time. And I got offered a chance to intern in the ministry, because they took people on who, weren't necessarily from a ministry background, but really had an interest. And so I interned, and then my group grew, and then progression from that was that they offered me a job, and I thought I was going to be in the performing arts ministry, and they sent me up to Harlem, which was a shock, because here I am, an English ballet dancing guy, taking over a ministry in Harlem. And so that, long story short, I came out of that, but that gave me a different perspective in terms of how to encourage, uplift, and show empathy towards people. And then, I came out of the ministry. I did a couple of entrepreneurial things. I had a wife and a daughter, and I figured that I needed to make money. And so I ended up back personal training, which at the time I felt was a complete loss. I was depressed about being back there. But people started to gravitate towards me because of my ballet background, because I had this spiritual side to what I was doing, a more empathetic approach. And then I did this project. This comedian wanted Mark Malkov. He makes these crazy, like, funny videos, kind of like stunts, and he wanted to see if he could get six-pack abs like they say in the magazines. He was like, Robert, is this true? Can this be done? And so I said, sure, let's do it. And I didn't really, I didn't really know if it could be done on him. I did have a point of reference, which we can talk about later, but we got him six-pack abs in 28 days. And so from people seeking me out for the ballet background, for the more empathetic approach, and then seeing what I did with this comedian, Mark Malkov, who got six-pack abs in 28 days. And at the time, you know, there was no Instagram, Twitter had just started, and we got like 900,000 views on an obscure website. People started seeking me out. And so when I started to get that kind of attention, I thought, okay, all of my skills are working together here. People are being transformed. I'm having a real impact in people's lives. And so now it's time to start, you know, doing something on my own. And so I went from there to renting spaces, and then from there to sharing a space with some other Pilates business owners, and to finally owning my own space where we can put our practice and philosophy into practice.
So where is your gym? Where is this? You know, I don't even know if I want to call it a gym, but this community, your center, where is this located and what's it called?
The studio is located in Nolita in Manhattan, so downtown Manhattan. It's called Brace Life Studios. Find it at www.bracelifestudios.com. And we also have an app which enables us to get this philosophy and this all of our programs out to a wide audience, which is called thebracelife.com. You can get it from that website, not the App Store, thebracelife.com.
I mean, this is just incredible that you know, created this whole, you know, studio and beyond to really connect with people. And that's so important. I feel, especially right now, with, you know, the last year and a half, now 2 years, I don't even know what is time at this point, but like, it's just important. People need to know that there is hope, and you can always pull that from within. And so it's great that they have a place like this that they can start on this journey and really have a support system backing them up. So what can you tell us some of the, you know, celebrities that you've had the opportunity to work with?
Yep, some I can, some I can't. But Bebe Rexha, who's a massive pop star right now. We have Michael Rainey Jr., who's on Star's Power Book, 50 Cent's series. He's the star of that show. And then a lot of Victoria's Secret models, Jessica White, Alicia Roundtree, and then a lot of people from business. Jenna Lyons, who was the creative director over at J. Crew, Lisa Price, Angela Rye, Jeremy Piven. We've trained quite a few celebrities.
I mean, that's so cool. So can you tell me just like one little fun story? I think there's one with Bebe Rexha that you might be able to share with us about a time maybe with your daughter.
Oh, wow. You did your research.
A little bit.
Wow. Yeah, well, Bebe was great. She trained with us, especially in her early career. And I was at we were at the studio, and Bebe Rexha, I was, you know, busy and trying to get everything together. And my daughter was there, and she could see I was a little frazzled with my daughter. So she took my daughter out and took her for a Mexican meal while I was doing what I needed to do. So she always had a great spirit. And so it's one of those times, and you know, you're trying to help people and serve people as a business owner, and you're trying to give to others. But when somebody just stops what they're doing and, you know, takes care of you, it's really a special moment. So.
Absolutely. It almost reminds me of, I recently heard a story of a woman that was on a plane with her newborn baby for the first time, and the baby wouldn't stop crying. And the woman sitting across the aisle was just like, do you want me to take her for a second? And the mom was just like, hands this baby over, and the baby stops crying, and the mom is just sitting there bawling. But that's people helping people. And it's such a beautiful, cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, it's you see people and you see these celebrities doing these amazing things, but sometimes it's, you know, you forget the human part of who they are. right?
Mhm.
And the fact they also have this community, this desire to connect and help others, which is awesome.
That's so great. So Robert, where, like, I always like to ask this question, the 5-year goal, 5-year dream, where do you see your, not only your business, but yourself, your self growth within the next 5 years? What are some of your own goals?
Right now, I'm in a really good place. And what I mean by that is, you have a career and you do certain things during your career. And there's definitely been some great high points, infomercials, reality shows and all of that. But things start to come together in a way that you want them to. And what I mean by that is my goal, even when I was dancing, was to really reach as many people as possible, help as many people as possible in a real tangible way. And when I was dancing, I started to see how limiting that was. When I went into the ministry, I saw more realistically how that really did help change people's lives. And what we're doing now and combining, all of that, the mind, the body, and the soul, I'm seeing, lives change. You see bodies change. We have a 28-day challenge program, and bodies change in 28 days. And then they go into more of the mindful connection, right? And they make realizations, and which further enhances what they can do out there in the world. So for 5 years, I want to reach as many people as possible with this message of encouragement, with helping people learn how to live a daily lifestyle of that feeds their mind, body, and soul in a practical way. And really, I want to start a movement. There's the kind of preacher evangelist still in me, and I believe that people's lives will be so much better if they embrace how their physicality feeds their soul. And when I say soul, people that can get ethereal, right? But spiritual qualities like joy, peace, love, a sense of self-control, a sense of community, right? When we move, our body produces serotonin, which gives us joy, right? It produces endorphins, which can take the edge off of our stress. So that gives us a sense of peace. The oxygen goes to the brain, helping your executive functioning perform better, helping you think clearly and helping your mind be clearer. And it goes on. So by moving, our body produces these spiritual qualities that can enhance our lives and obviously help us be better, feel better, move and operate with more grace and confidence. And so for me, it's about reaching as many people as possible. That's why we have the app. Because people can get all of that there. It teaches people every single day, even if it's 5 minutes a day, to live that lifestyle. We're starting to work with influencers to amplify the message. We're working with somebody right now, Danielle Young, who she's been with us for many years, and she's lost 100 pounds, left us, gone out. She's a celebrity interviewer. She's interviewed everybody, right? But she's lost 100 pounds. And then she, like I said, she went out there, she left us, she gained it, but she's on this journey. And so she challenged me. She was like, look, in the brace life, I see a lot of people who get these great results, but nobody who looks like me, right? Nobody who's struggling with their weight in the same way that I am. And so we just created a program to reach people like Danielle. And so with a mind, body, soul message that shows them that, look, fitness looks like this too. So for us, that's it. It's reaching as many people, whether it's through the app, whether it's through our speaking engagements, whether it's through working with other influencers. And, my goal is to start to have large seminars and workshops where people can just get the help that they need. And then in terms of my life is just to keep living what I'm preaching. I got a great wife who's also an entrepreneur. I've got 2 beautiful daughters. I've got a good circle of friends around me. And so just to keep walking in that path for me is what's most essential.
That's amazing, Robert. I mean, you're just so joyful and you have this spirit of helping others, and it's impactful, and I can't wait to share your message and just everybody to just, you know, hear your joy and feel that and know that they can get there too. So Robert, thank you so much for being here today. It was an honor to get to talk to you, and I can't wait myself to kind of, you know, dive into whatever this mind, body, soul thing is. I'm down.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. Thank you for doing this and making it happen today.
Of course. So I will talk to you soon, Robert. And everybody, please check out Robert's page. Are you on Instagram where they can find you also, Robert?
At Robert Brace. So follow me there. If you, we're also at The Brace Life, but at Robert Brace is my main page. Website, www.thebracelife.com. That's the app. You can get everything there. And if you want to come and visit us in the studio, it's www.bracelifestudios.com.
Amazing. Thank you again, and good luck on the rest of your journey, and we will be in touch. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye-bye.
So much to love in this.